Hi, in this lesson, we're going to see how we can apply linear functions in real-life problems. Here is a real-life problem for you. Jane works as a server at Pietro's restaurant. The restaurant owners have a policy of automatically adding a 15% tip on all customers' bills as a courtesy to their servers. Jane works the 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. shift. She's paid $15 per shift plus tips. So our first question is to write a rule or function for Jane's evening wage based on the total of her customers' bills, and then we should graph it. Let's let's look at here. You remember a linear function. If we want to write a linear function, we need y equals to mx plus b, and we remember that m is the rate of change, is the slope. It shows how for 1 unit increase in x, how much y will increase, and b is the starting value. B is a constant. B does not change. So if I want to translate this into a linear function, I need to define my variables first. What is y and what is x in this situation? What depends on what? What is the dependent variable and what is the independent variable? So I tell myself that let w represent Jane's evening wage. So her wage depends on how much tip she gets because she gets a constant $15 wage per shift. So her evening wage, the total wage, depends on how much tip she gets, and the tip is 15% of customers' bills. So what changes here is customers' bills. And so the other variable is let b represent the amount of customers' bills. So W wage depends on B, the amount of customers' bill. And we need to find the slope here. What is the slope? Is 15% of bills. If we change 15% to decimal, so M, the rate of change, or slope is 0.15. 15% divide 15 by 100, we get 0.15. Now I can update my function. So I can say that W wage depends on 0.15, which is 15% of how much customers pay or how much their bills are, plus a constant of $15 per shift. So that is our equation. So we wrote a rule to find Jane's evening wage based on the total of her customers' bills. Now let's graph this one. So in order to graph, we need a graphing calculator. Let's use Desmos, for example, or you can use GeoGebra or any other graphing calculator that you have. So W is 15% of bill plus $15. So you can see that is her function. Starting value is 15, and then you can basically let me change this to projector mode so you can see it better. So you can see, you can predict if any combination of the amount of bill, you can find it here. For example, let's say if the amount of bill is $20. If people pay $20, so for $20, her evening wage will be $18 because it's 15% of 20 plus 15, which is 18. If she works really hard and there are many customers and they pay like $50, so you can see if the bill $50 bill, uh, she will get 15% of that plus her constant $15 per shift, so her evening wage will be 22.5. Let's go back to our question. So if the second part of the question is, if the customer's bill total $300, how much will Jane earn? So we can use our formula. We can use our formula, which is wage. Total wage is equal to 15% of total bill plus 15. So how much she will earn if the total bill is 310. So we input 310 instead of x plus 15. So and w equals to, so we can go to our graphing calculator, and here I say x equals to 310 and zoom out until I see it, 310. So if the bill is 310, she gets 15% of that, so plus $15 for her shift, she will get $61.5, which is not bad for a shift work. $61.5. So the answer is $61.5. Now write and solve an equation to answer the question, if Jane's wage last night was $57, what was the total for her customers' bills? So you see here we want B, which is X. Let's look at that, how to deal with this kind of, we can rearrange functions. We know that. So if we say y equals to mx plus b, we can change this one. I can say x as a function of y. So how can I get x as a function of y? Let's do it step by step. Let's say mx equals to, and then I move b to the left side, so it's minus b, yeah? And then I don't want m, so I said x equals to y minus b, and I divide it by m. So to find x, you need to say y minus b divided by m. So let's look at our function. W equals to 0.15 b plus 15, and we want to find b. So b equals to y minus b. Our y is w minus b. Our b is 15, and the whole divided by m divided by m, which is 0.15. I can actually write this way in a nicer way. I can use the equation and takes time. So we can actually now put the numbers. The total bill was, she got 57 minus 15 divided by 0.15. If you put like brackets here, that would make it easier to solve it. So b equals to 42 divided by 0.15. Change the color to red. So 57 minus 15, which is 42 divided by 0.15. Now let's look at that graph, how we can use our graph to answer this one. Here I should say y, because this is the wage, equals to 57. So if I clean this one a bit, so you see if you click and y equals to 57, so sorry, y equals to 57, and then the total bill was 280, so the customers pay 280 and she got 57, and the answer is B equals to 280. You can see the total amount of B, 280. So that's how we can actually apply linear functions in real life, and we can use graph to answer that much faster. We can see the trend, like we can see the rate of change much better. Thank you.